one and all, my name is Ryan Bruce, my friends call me Fluff, and today on Riffs, Beards, and Gear, we get to get our high gain on with the brand new Pod Express Black from Line 6. So a few months ago, Line 6 put out the Pod Express, which was basically a multi-effects amp sim unit in pedal form, using kind of the Helix running gear, and it was very successful. They recently put out the desktop editor, which I also had on the channel, but now they got something for the Riff guys. They got the Pod Express Black, which is a high gain oriented version of the Pod Express. We're gonna check it out today. And before we go any further, this video is sponsored by Line 6. I have long worked with Line 6. They asked me to show you guys this pedal. However, all thoughts and opinions are still mine. So when the original Pod Express launched, I feel like there was mostly something for everybody, whether that was clean tones, mid-gain tones, there was some high gain tones, and there was some overdrive pedals, but really, it was kind of a broad appeal sort of affair. Well, introducing the Black Edition Pod Express. And you'll notice a few key differences between this and the regular Pod Express. So the first thing you'll notice with the Pod Express Black is the center tone selection knob is, instead of going from clean, crunch, and all of these different descriptive tones, you basically just get all 7 high gain amplifiers to choose from and to choose between. Now, I will say, there is one clean and there is one crunch tone because, we do have to have some clean tones every once in a while, I guess. Now, the second thing you'll notice is the top corner controls used to be for the distortion and the modulation controls. Now we have distortion and boost because, again, this is for high gain stuff. Now, beyond the obvious switches to the functionality of each individual control knob, it's basically a Pod Express. Nothing else major has changed, okay? So same I/O, USB functionality. It's still powered by a couple of AA batteries if you want it to be. Let's hear this thing in a full mix, shall we? All right, so I have the Pod Express Black here on the desk. I have the Pod Express Edit desktop software open, and I have my PRS Tremonti hardtail with the Mark Holcomb Scarlet and Scourge Duncan pickups in it. Here is my baseline preset, and then we're gonna tweak this, and we're just gonna go through the amps, and I will show you the sounds. We're gonna hang out a little bit, all right? Here is where my tone is starting at. Pretty good. Okay, so we have, just like the OG Pod Express, we have these modules, and this time we have the gate, we have the distortion, we have the boost, the mids, and we'll get to the differences between those two in just a second. We have the amp module, the cab module, modulation, and delay modules. Now, for the gate, that's self-explanatory. Distortion, we have the following pedals: op amp, LED, and distort. These are actual distortion pedals, whereas the boost is going to be basically overdrive pedals, right? So we have an OD 808 for mids, we have the dirty, and then we have the comp pedals, okay? Let's try the dirty. A little darker for the comp right away. I like it on the OD808 setting that I had. Now, let's get to the amplifier model. Since this is the Black Edition for the Pod Express, this is the high gain boy. We have Pure, Dirge, Crux, Anvil, Slay, Mega, and Avant-Garde, the Rev. So first, let's just start down here on the left, and we'll just kind of go through them a little bit. Here's Pure. Now it's gonna default to its designated cab. I'm gonna switch that back to the 412 Cali. Super high gain, as you can tell. I'm kidding, guys. I have the boost on. Let's turn that off. Bet you it cleans up a little bit. We do have to have a clean tone in here somewhere. All right, let's go to Dirge. This is gonna be like a Model T high watt kind of a thing. So this is really geared towards putting a distortion pedal in front of it. Let's go ahead and do that. Pretty good. Crux, this is gonna be your orange rock reverb flavor. Again, it's going to the 212 speaker cab. Pretty crunchy, I love it. Next, Anvil. I don't know what the Anvil's supposed to be off the top of my head. Now, let's see, let's go to none on the distortion. Pretty good. Slay. That's pretty nice. Let's hit that with a boost. Level up, gain down. I really like this amp with this cab. I wrestled for my full mix going between the Uber 30 and the Cali 30. Ultimately, I decided on the Cali 30. Now, of course, with all of these amplifiers, we have the second page, which depending on how you size this window is gonna let you view these in the original window if this program window is wide enough, just so you know. And lastly, we have the Rev. Now I'm gonna go with the 412 Uber on this amp. Gained out like the actual amp. Can confirm the real amp really has that much gain when you boost it, especially. This is boosted. Let's go. Let's turn the boost off. Just crazy amounts of gain. Now this particular amp, we're gonna have a couple of different expansions for the controls, hum and ripple, whereas the other one we had bias and bias X. There we go. The Pod Express Black. So what do I think? This is sick. I mean, I wish this would have launched when the original Pod Express launched. So, you know, all three, the Bass Express, the Black, and the regular Pod Express. This thing is killer. And for high gain tones and crunch tones, I would choose this over the Pod Express if that's where you're kind of living as a player. It's just something to note. Also, the amount of distortion pedals and boost pedals is welcome. It's a very nice selection, and it just sounds great, much like the original Pod Express did. I will link down below in the description if you would like to know more things about everything Pod Express related, Bass, Black, or the regular edition. And with that, you've been wonderful. I've been Fluff. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.